Put two fingers up if you were a country artist who had success writing country songs for other artists, but deep down you could feel God stirring something bigger in you. So on December 1st, 2024, exactly 1 year ago today, you prayed a simple prayer asking God for a sign that He would reveal exactly what He wanted from you because you sensed He had bigger plans and a bigger purpose for your life. And then 5 days later, on December 6th, your manager of 10 years, who isn't even a believer, called you out of nowhere because God had been waking him up in the middle of the night for a week, telling him to tell you that you're supposed to be a Christian artist and supposed to sing songs about Jesus. And on that same day, you call your friend who's a pastor in Jacksonville, and he says, go watch my sermon from last night. And in his sermon, he's talking about Peter doubting God. And in the middle of his sermon, he says, somebody watching this right now, God is calling you to step out of the boat, just like Jesus called Peter to step out of the boat. And then 2 days later, your pastor at your church in Nashville preaches on the parable of the talents and using all your gifts and talents for the Lord. And a week later, you ask out of your record deal. Because if God says move, you move, even when it doesn't make sense on paper. So then you spend the next 7 months praying, waiting, trusting, and writing Christian country songs. And after 7 long months of praying and paperwork, God released you from your record deal. And you get out of that deal just a week before your 10-year anniversary of moving to Nashville, and it just so happened to line up perfectly for you to release a video telling your testimony, and none of that timing was yours. All of it was God connecting dots you never could have connected yourself. And at this point, you literally can't take credit for any of it. And the only explanation for your whole story is God is sovereign, God is faithful, and God still answers prayer. And after all that, on October 3rd, you finally released your first Christian country single, and it sums up this whole story because you can't take credit for any of this, and you can only
blame Jesus, blame the cross, blame the blood that washed it all, blame mercy, blame the scars, blame the Savior who changed my heart.